You guys were back, emergency podcast because LeBron James got traded, so we had to jump on. Sean, Javon, I'm in Ohio. Javon's in back home in Baltimore, not in our usual spots. What's good, man?
I'm good. It wasn't a trade. It was a free agency signing. Lakers
Excuse
didn't
me,
get nothing for this.
Good point. Good point. My bad. Misspoke. A free agency signing. What is this? LeBron's third major free agency signing.
The decision
The decision
back to Cleveland,
back to
to
Cleveland
LA,
to LA. Okay.
and now to Philly. Fourth and
Looks like
final decision.
hopefully, do switch this up
Eh,
all the time.
Yeah, he says this is his final decision, so we'll see.
Out of all the spots, the spot that me and Javon, I'm not a big fan of. I know you have your reservations about Philly. You really want the school out in that area. Damn,
I got reservations about some of the sports fans. The
the
city
sport.
itself, I can't lie. Philly's become my second home. I love the
Yeah,
place, but boy, some of the fans,
yeah.
yeah,
And now the basketball universe. Well, OKC, San Antonio, New York, and Philly is the basketball universe for the next
and the
season.
Knicks, and the Knicks.
No, I said New York, New York. Those four places is those are the four best teams going into next season. But I didn't expect them to go to Philly. I can't lie.
If when he made his final list of teams, I told you all that's where he was going. And here goes my brother, Mr. Trevor Ariza averaged 20 points. Man, you the worst insider ever. You don't know what you're talking about. Lo and behold, where does he go, Sean?
No, he went to Philly.
Philadelphia.
I give,
Right? I don't know how it wasn't obvious to y'all. That was the only place that made basketball sense for him. Like the Lakers no longer wanted him,
yep.
so we knew he wasn't going to come back. And then we made the list of teams. Golden State made no sense for him. Uh, uh, Minnesota had no money to create whatsoever. And for his style of play, Minnesota didn't make sense. Cleveland made no sense because I do not want him, Mobley, and Allen together. Uh, and I don't know how willing Cleveland is to trade Jared Allen, and I don't know how much they're getting back for him because of his contract and his lack of ability to do anything for himself offensively. Miami made no sense. You want him, Giannis, and Bam sharing the floor together?
Yeah.
It was always going to be Philadelphia. So I don't know how this wasn't obvious to the general public, especially with Maxey being a clutch guy. Uh, and come on, this is Mr. Path of least resistance himself. I had to. Let's hold on, because we ain't gonna act like I'm over here trying to switch the narrative or anything. Was I not on this podcast just a few days ago talking about Philly is well not no that was the last podcast, the podcast before last, saying the Sixers are my favorite to at the very least get to the Eastern Conference Finals, if not the finals. Did I not say that
With
on this podcast?
without you said that
Without
without
him,
LeBron. Without LeBron, you just said that. Yep. I'll give you credit for that. You said that. Yeah.
so with him, like, why should they not win the East?
Uh,
I don't know how this wasn't obvious that this is where he was going. It was a cakewalk to the finals for him. And we know he doesn't like to struggle.
listen, all right, it's a cakewalk because the Knicks, I would be really surprised. I don't want to disrespect the champs. They're the champs. I'll be really surprised if they can go back to back NBA finals. I'll be really, really, really surprised. If Cleveland, I think they had a chance if LeBron didn't go to Philadelphia. But even if Joel Embiid doesn't play, I like Dean Wade. I like what their benches. Like they got solid. They got solid. They got a solid backup. I think they still could get to the NBA finals. I think it's set up. The league wants them to get to the finals. Well, not the league, because the league would love the Knicks San Antonio rematch or something like that. But I just think it's set up for them to get to the NBA finals. And I think you see when Andre Drummond, he put the eye emoji. If they had Drummond, I think I would have definitely put them into the finals. But I think that Knicks 76ers finals a conference final should be destined. Like, remember last time when we went to the year and we were like Cleveland, New York, and that was the Eastern Conference Finals. I can't see it unless injuries happen that's not the Eastern Conference Finals, and I don't see LeBron. This is going to be LeBron's final run. I can see him going to the finals, but out of all the teams, that was definitely the best move, like easily.
So two things from what you said. Number one, either NBC or Prime has the Eastern Conference Finals this year. It's not ESPN because they had the East last season. So one of those companies is going to be super happy with the ratings boost that comes from LeBron and being in the city of Philadelphia against the Knicks. That's money, right? I mean, I grew up watching SpongeBob. Remember, Mr. Krabs used to have dollar signs on his eyes. That's all I'm seeing right now.
Yeah.
And number two, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the Sixers are going to be way better with Embiid off the floor than on. You got to think how perimeter oriented they are.
Yep.
Like think of the starters: Maxey, Edgecombe, Brown, and LeBron coming off the bench. LeBaron Philon, Anthony Simons, Dean Wade's a floor spacer. KCP's over there now. I think Justin Edwards is still there.
Yep. Wait, KCP signed that?
He's getting bought out by Memphis so he can go sign a minimum to go play with Philly.
Clutch client.
Of course.
Yeah, makes sense.
So, like, when you hear that, what's Joel Embiid's calling card? What is he known for?
Joel Embiid?
Yeah.
For not playing.
That's not even I was going around. I was actually giving the big fella his credit. Give me the ball and let me score.
Yeah.
You don't need that from him.
You don't need that. No.
Like you got to go out your way to find touches for the big fella now. And I'm gonna be honest with you. For somebody who is unavailable and is not the most willing defender in the world, especially these days with his health, why don't I want a Dembona out there? Give me 6'10" athletic African brother that's going to play hard, block shots, grab rebounds, run the floor, set the screen, rim run. This is going to be a very interesting 2 years for Joel Embiid. He'll have his money, but in terms of his role, this is no longer his franchise.
Oh, it's
and when people start to realize this team is going to be better without him, and that the final evolution of the process is likely going to be not having Embiid, things are going to get real interesting. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, if I'm Philly, I know if I were Cleveland, I'm backdooring James Harden. Kind of can't do it with LeBron choosing Philly now.
No.
Unless you want to go get Peyton Watson, which I think is a better option for you. If I'm Philly, I got the thought in my head of, I wonder if anyone will take Embiid's contract.
You don't have the assets to trade it because you got to attach assets for that contract. But know what I think he should become? All right, go ahead.
There's always a sucker though. We talking about an MVP from what, 3 years ago?
3 years ago, 22.
4 years ago.
20.
When he's healthy, he's still hooping.
He was an all-star last year. I gotta be honest. He was like, because he only played most of his games before the all-star break, so he was an all-star.
So I mean, it's like little 3-team trade. There's always a sucker.
And he was remember the Celtics were up 3-1. He came back and he changed that series.
Yes, he did.
So
yes, he did.
He still has his moments. But know what I think he will be? I know this is a crazy comparison, but this is what I'm talking to. I'm bringing him to the office. Bob Myers, Josh Harris, all the guys. But like, listen, you're going to become a higher version of Mitchell Robinson. And in the sense of this, you come in, I don't want you playing more than 40 games. And come postseason time, he's way more capable offensively than Mitchell Robinson. I just need you in spurts for like 20, 25 minutes. And again, he's way more effective. So if he gives you 15 points, 25 minutes, a couple blocks, some rebounds, for this team, you are highly level Mitch
can his
Robinson
body hold up for that? Defense can be a grueling task.
in
He's
this
got. I'll
playoffs.
tell you what you got to do, and this is why signing LeBron actually helps. All right, LeBron, we will daggone aspiration you and slide you a little something on the side if you can have him be, fixing his body with you all summer in all training camp, all season long. If you just have him with you on body, that's something like what you're saying can work. Because my thought process is also LeBron played with him in 24. Embiid was not some super big part of the offense, but they did keep the big fella satisfied. And we saw him go out there and defend. And he actually did a pretty solid job on Jokic in that comeback.
He did.
In what was that, the semifinal. So if I'm the Sixers, I'm talking LeBron. I need two things from you. I need you to kind of run his rehab for us, and we'll let you get a stake in Fanatics or something. And come on now. And then number two,
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, like I'm really only 5% joking when I say this too. Like, we'll break you off a little stake in Fanatics because you are helping us out by only taking $4 million a year. And whatever, LeBron, you're a businessman. They can afford to offload some shares at Fanatics anyway. Just terrible with their jersey shipping. And number two, I need you to convince the big fellow to treat this whole season like the summer of 2024.
Yeah.
And if Embiid can buy into that, then the league has a problem on its hands. Because that'll be for not just this year. That'll be for when LeBron's gone, too. Because, again, no matter how you slice it, this is no longer Joel Embiid's team. This is Tyrese Maxey and Jaylen Brown's show. And then LeBaron Philon and VJ Edgecombe are right behind them.
Yeah, they have to, whatever it is.
I'll be honest with you, Sean. That's another part of this that I'm intrigued by. I don't know if VJ should start this year.
Why?
That's four people that need the ball in their hands. Maxey, Edgecombe, Brown, and LeBron. Yes, I don't. The problem is you can't. I don't know if I want a 3-guard lineup off the bench with him, Philon, and Simons. But like, I really think there's going to be some times he might not be in the closing lineup. Sometimes he might get subbed out for Dean Wade in the closing lineup.
The problem is this: Edgecombe could defend, Brown could defend.
He can.
Maxey can't defend, and LeBron plays defense. Doesn't play defense anymore. Like, unless he conserves his energy. In this role, in this team, he should play more defense. And he did in that role when he went to the third option with the Lakers. He was better defensively because he wasn't required to do a lot offensively. I think Embiid, and you have to have a conversation with them this year. Embiid and LeBron. LeBron, we need something different from you in this aspect. Let the three young guys need to be the face for in the regular season. 60 games, 60-plus games. What we need from LeBron, 15 to 20 points a game. Not even that.
And you're not holding on to the ball.
And you can't hold the ball.
I need you rim running at the 4. We taking you back to 08 and 2012 Olympics. You're playing the athletic stretch 4.
Yes. Athletic stretch 4, and then Embiid goes to that role you said in the Olympics. If we can get them to buy into those, because I think especially for the regular season, we have to have the team built around Maxey, Edgecombe, and Brown. And then come the postseason, all hands on deck. But at the end of the day, if they all could play those, LeBron and Joel Embiid in those roles that we just talked about, they would probably be the greatest stretch 4s and greatest whatever Joel Embiid was in postseason history. So I think this is a great problem for a team that I thought had after the blowout from the Knicks, the sweep. I was like, man, where are they going to go from here? And for them to switch their offseason around, shout out to Bob Myers, shout out to the new GM. Shout out to getting rid of Daryl Morey. Can't crazy, crazy, crazy. The key is those two guys. How do you put and I have to say something. I gotta
Go
apologize.
ahead, because I got something after that.
I have to say something. Nick Nurse did it in Toronto, low managing Kawhi to a championship. And I was so against it. I hold on to that for it. We're going on year 7 since that championship.
Are
All
you
is
finally
forgiven.
about to come around?
Yeah, all is forgiven because you have a 42-year-old guy about to be 42, and then you have the injury-prone guy. It only makes sense. Let these young bucks get us to the 3rd, 4th seed, 2nd seed, whatever. Because that's what I was thinking yesterday. I was like, oh, you have to low manage them. So no more talking bad about that 2019 Toronto Raptors team anymore. And
Hey,
Kawhi, my
Kawhi, hey,
apologies.
get my number. All the agents know each other anyway. I'm sure I know somebody that knows your people. Get my number. We'll set up having you on the show. And I want you to come on here and you can drop one line. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Oh,
Yeah,
Sean, that's
yeah.
crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy, man.
I have to give him credit. The only difference is LeBron and B won't be the best players on this team, or they shouldn't be the best player on this team.
Okay.
Also, LeBron playing that stretch 4 and maybe could pass, I think might unlock another level of Maxi because I do like Maxi sometimes. I want to see him play off the ball a little bit more.
Yes, he's a two guard, and they force
Yeah,
him to play point. Well, they don't even have him playing point guard. He's just bringing the ball up and getting the screen and decide if he's going to score off of it or kick it to a shooter.
exactly. If LeBron goes into that
That
role of
accidental basketball.
like a point 4 role, the possibilities of this team is all over the place. This team could be really special. I'm gonna say now, I have them going to the NBA Finals. I don't know about
So,
winning it, but I got them going
easy,
to the finals.
easily. The only reason I'm saying I don't know if they win it is if OKC gets back. Oof, Embiid gets played off the floor,
You won't need him
and
because Hartenstein won't play, and LeBron could guard. You see what Chet did in Game 7 last year? Come on,
no,
come on.
and I hear you, but I'm saying like at the same, I'm worried about those perimeter guys Philly have. I don't know if they've ever seen a defense like OKC's, man. I mean, they couldn't handle the Knicks defense. You get them hacks in OKC. Oh, Lou Dort's gone. What's that mean? All them brothers hacks over there. All of them. I'm talking me personally. I couldn't play against the Thunder because I throw elbows. I start
Yeah,
pushing and shoving. I'm ready to fight. I'm be honest with you. Because like if I'm getting locked up, that's cool. I can go screen, work off the ball. Boom, boom, boom. You start hacking me, Sean, I'm be honest with you. It ain't about basketball no more. What y'all trying to get into?
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's what them brothers in OKC do. So I'm worried about the young Sixers backcourt from that standpoint. And I mean, we saw when the Sixers started playing some defense in the fourth quarter of Game 7 last year. Jaylen Brown didn't respond too well to that himself. He's missing middies. Um, so that was number one. Number two, you said a name. You know, finally getting rid of Daryl Morey.
Yeah.
And I just think to myself, Houston, had y'all done that, you probably didn't have to end the James Harden era so harshly. You
Oh,
know,
hush. Okay. Okay. Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'll be honest with you. No, I can't, because Daryl did put together that team that should have beaten Golden State. I just don't know how to feel about him. I really don't. At least his Houston tenure, because he did build a team. He built a championship squad. It was the gimmicky stuff he did afterward that killed me. And then in Philly, I just did not like the way he constructed the roster or whatever. So for what's my guy that everybody's giving credit now that they just brought over from Cleveland?
Mike Gansey.
Yeah, Mike Gansey. Yeah, for him to come in, and this is why I say I truly do believe you and I could enter a front office right now and make an immediate impact. the pieces are already there for a lot of these teams. It's about knowing who's expendable, and there's always something out there to go get. Like Gamsey came in, he's like, this ain't a bad roster at all. You just got to rearrange some pieces, and you got a contender. And what did he do?
Right
Found a
on.
sucker in Boston. Now, granted, he got gifted.
He
But
got gifted. Okay.
let's talk about all the moves around the margins. Went and
Love
got
'em.
Anthony Simons. Went
Love
and
'em.
got Dean Wade.
Yes.
Went and drafted LeBaron Fyron. Like,
Yes.
we ain't going to act like Jaylen Brown was the only part of this offseason. He built a complete roster over there. So, shout out to Mike Gamson.
Yeah. No, I give you credit for that because I was going to say Boston. Oof. If I'm a Celtics fan, like, oof.
Oh, I'm pissed. I gave Philly. I just gave Philly an Eastern Conference championship. Like, if you're Celtics, you got two teams you hate more than anyone else. You hate the Sixers and you hate the Lakers. I just don't know which one you hate more because the Lakers is, the all-time lore of the NBA. But the Sixers, I mean, those are fist fights in 4 games a year you're seeing each other, plus the playoffs. Like,
yeah, you haven't faced the Lakers in the postseason since 2009, was it?
Yeah,
2010?
2010. So,
yeah.
Right now, the Sixers probably are bigger rivals than the Lakers for the Celtics. I think, Sixers probably are public enemy number one. And you just gave them this, and they just beat you for the first time in forever by coming back 3-1 last year.
And they're going to beat you next year. And if what they say, the universe is all together, God's just, Jaylen Brown goes to the NBA Finals. He's the MVP of the NBA Finals. That's what I'm going for. I'm going for God is just. God is just. I believe that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I know Boston's home for you, but boy, I gotta be honest with you. I enjoy it when I know there's about to be some misery in Beantown when it comes to sports, and it's on the way. And I'm happy about it, man. I'm happy.
And I'm definitely happy. I think the only thing that will stop them from winning a championship, Philadelphia, with this team, I can't see Wemby in them if they go to the finals. I think they could beat OKC, but Wemby and them going to the finals, losing back-to-back, I do like the Tobias Harris move. And who's guarding Wemby on that team?
Hold on, Sean. I hear you. I don't know who's guarding Wemby. I think a Dembona and a double team can work. Absolutely. Because the brother doesn't want to post up. So, it ain't as much of a problem as you think. Sean, buddy, I lived in that city. There is no way on God's green earth that the city of Philadelphia will ever let Tobias Harris beat them in a championship series. It ain't happening. If that were to happen, they would have to call the daggone World Security Council to go defend Philadelphia. I mean, they tear that city up if they lost the championship series to Tobias Harris. Oh, no. I think you got 2 finals MVPs in Jaylen Brown and LeBron James. A guy in LeBron James who, as much as I talk about him, he does know his basketball. And Nick Nurse is better situationally than Mitch Johnson and is a championship head coach himself. I would like that championship experience to beat out the Spurs. I really would. They would be bigger than the Spurs, unless Jaden Quaintance is ready to play this year, right?
Who knows?
But I would choose Philly over San Antonio. It's OKC that I would have a problem choosing them over. Because, again,
OKC.
A healthy Thunder team beats the Spurs last year. I think we learned in Game 7 when Shea's not worried about getting to the free throw line and he's out there like, you know what? I don't need the refs. Let me just go hoop. It doesn't matter who you put on him. You can't guard him.
Yeah, Game 7, he was special. He was special. And you would have to put Jaylen Brown and BJ Edgecombe on him all game. And that would, he was special. That postseason.
He just ran out of legs because he didn't have any help. If Jalen Williams plays and he's 80%, they win that game.
The key for them is J-Dub because J-Dub has been hurt and they're not as deep as they were last year. So, San Antonio and them are the two best teams, but who knows?
I don't agree because we're saying that like Lou Dort got played off the floor in the playoffs. Who
Yep,
else
against
did they
Detroit.
lose? Isaiah Joe. We didn't see him,
No, he got replaced by Jared McCain.
and AJ Mitchell. Like they still got all their guys that played are still there.
But let's be real. Defensively, they're not going to be as dominant to me because AJ Mitchell is not a great defender, and they're great team defenders, and Jared McCain are not. Is not a great defender. As a team, absolutely, that's the best defensive team. But let's not say they're better. Isaiah Joe can play defense. Lou Dort can play defense. Aaron
Isaiah Joe ain't no
Wiggins,
defender. Come on, man. Isaiah Joe
he can
weighs
play
about
defense.
65.
He could play defense. I'm not saying he's a defender. I didn't say that.
He's a willing defender.
Will defender. So is McCain
And
and those guys. But that's my say. But Dort and Wiggins can play defense, and you're replacing them in the lineup full time with Mitchell and McCain. Those guys ain't better defender players than them. So you're gonna lose a little bit to get that. But who knows with their two first round picks? If those two first round picks hit and they're good rotational players, then this conversation is null and void. That's gonna be my right now. If someone put a gun to my head, I would say OKC versus Philadelphia in the NBA Finals.
yeah,
And that'll be crazy because Drake's team Shea, and he hates LeBron, so that would be a great NBA Finals.
oh Lord, complex would be all over the place. Oh my goodness.
Adam Silver, I don't know. He might be one of the luckiest men in the world because he's the last.
Easily. Because he does not deserve the good things that come to him, and good things just fall in his lap.
Just falls into his lap. I'm thinking about this yesterday. I'm like, New York and Philly, the two best teams. OKC and San Antonio are gonna be the best rivalry in the league. Like, it's perfect for this guy. It can't be anything perfect. The Knicks just won the title. Yo, what are you gonna tell him? Like, I kept saying during the playoffs, I was like, yo, this is one of the best playoff runs we've seen, blah, 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 because of the Knicks. But now you got LeBron going to Philly trying to end, what's it, 52 years streak or something like that?
They haven't won since they beat us in '83.
Crazy. I'm excited. Like, I think this is good for the league. And me and you predicted the schedule. I see Dre Day posted it, and I watched a couple podcasts and like, oh, the schedule. I'm like, man, we definitely know our stuff because the first day we were like, oh, Philly's gonna be at Madison Square Garden opening night.
Yeah, opening night. Sixers, Knicks, OKC, Spurs. It's going to be the doubleheader. And Christmas, I got Sixers, Celtics because we got to see Brown and Tatum. I would run OKC and Spurs back on Christmas Day. I know when I was texting you, I said the finals rematch. I'd run OKC and Spurs back on Christmas, and I'd let the Knicks get another rival. I'd let them get the Heat because we still got to see Giannis and the Heat on national television at some point. So let's bring that rivalry back. I do Heat, Knicks, Sixers, Celtics, OKC, Spurs. You know the Lakers have to play on Christmas. They have to be home. So
Nuggets,
Minnesota.
Oh yeah,
LaMelo Ball's an LA kid. Let him and his new backcourt partner go to his hometown Christmas Day.
Okay.
And then you need that 12 o'clock game. And I'll be honest with you. Well, since it's going to be the 12 o'clock game, it won't be a Western Conference game. I got another division rival for you. I got last year's number 1 seed versus last year's Eastern Conference runner-up, Cavs, Pistons. It's always one dud on Christmas. You got to get one. So, I wouldn't be rushing to my TV at 12 o'clock. Well, 1 o'clock, my fault. But yeah, I'm going Cavs, Pistons at 1, Heat, Knicks at 3:30, Sixers, Celtics at 5, Spurs, Thunder at 8:30. At 8, excuse me, and Wolves, Lakers at 10:30.
So I would say this: you nailed it. And the first game is like that. What we used to call it, the NBA TV game.
Yeah.
So I'm in the playoffs. Yeah. So I'm okay with that. You have to get an NBA
TV series, man. That was a good slander back in the day, man. We want to bring crime into it. We can't even call. That was a good slander back in the day. The NBA TV series, man.
That was I would call it the Cavs Magic series because I think they were there for a couple years. Yeah. Toronto one time.
It was always Toronto, Cleveland, and Orlando somehow, some way.
Cleveland. But listen, about the East too. Let's not sleep on. Those are the two best teams, but Toronto, we talked about them before, and then
If
it's a
that
big
deal
drop
gets
off
approved.
if it gets approved. But then I think it's a big drop off. Am I missing anyone? I don't think Boston's in the title conversation anymore.
No, no.
No, I don't think they're in that title
There's going to
conversation
be
anymore.
bad mojo in Boston this year, man.
They're going to be good because of the culture, and you're going to replace Tatum with Brown, so it's going to be the same team, but they just don't have a high ceiling anymore with playmakers. Come because they're talking about
Are we
Peyton
sure that's a
Pritchard being.
50-win team?
Well, the East is better now.
That's what I'm
Hold on.
saying.
Let me pull up the East. The Magic will be. I think the Magic will be better because I'm a big Sean Sweeney guy. I'm just as based off the coaching. I'm a big Sean Sweeney guy. But let me look at the East real quick. Eastern Conference, NBA. All right, let me
But you
see.
had 4 50-win teams last year.
Okay,
So if we apply that logic, the top 4 seeds in the East are going to get 50 wins. I don't know if
ooh,
Boston's
top
a top
15.
4 team. All right,
The
the
problem
Knicks and
is,
Philly automatically are up there.
yeah,
Detroit's not going to go from 60 wins to not even touching 50.
they gotten worse though.
Have they?
All right, you don't like Tobias. I know people don't like Tobias, but John Collins, I like him as a rim runner, but he ain't better than Tobias Harris for what that team needs. So I think they've gotten worse. Unless Asar makes a jump offensively.
I am mad that they gave up on Marcus Sasser because he actually produced for them when he was playing. I don't know why Donis Jenkins couldn't start and Sasser couldn't come off the bench. They added Isaiah Joe to that team. That's the perimeter scoring for you right there. And John Collins gives you more scoring in the front court, which you needed. And
You need
Abuko Corey,
playmakers.
the rookie, that's a
Yeah.
scorer right there too.
Again, on paper, they look like the same team to me, or a little bit worse. But if a couple guys take a couple steps, then hey, we have revisited. But I agree. Let's not just so we have New York, Philly, Detroit. Where we put Miami? They're not going to be a playing team, right?
No, they're not. They're not. I mean, they just their roster outside of Giannis and Bam is what concerns me. So I'm not going to put them 50-win territory yet. Um, so Toronto with or without Kawhi,
Oh, they're
Emmanuel
better.
Quickly is going to play more games than he did last year. They'll touch 50 this year. Like that team's going to be better than it was last year. I think Toronto's a 50-win team.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3,
That's 4.
4. And don't sleep on my Atlanta Hawks. I like what's going on in Atlanta. I like the team, the collection. The only problem is they don't have a
They could
secondary
easily
star.
improve by 4 games.
Easily. They don't have a secondary star right now, and that's my concern. But that's a team that if a free agent comes available or Ant-Man comes available in a year or two, back home in the crib, they have the assets and they don't have big
I
contracts.
got something for you right here. If the Knicks can keep most of this team together, Sixers go forward how they are. Kawhi trade goes through. Detroit finds a piece around the margins, or Miami improves around the margins,
They will.
and we wind up with in Atlanta. I think for the first time in my life, I'm going to be forced to say the East is better than the West.
Mhm.
Because I'm already at the point of saying this of my lifetime.
Right now.
We wind up with Ant. Oh, right now, yes. We wind up with
Oh,
Ant in
yeah.
Atlanta. I think I'm going to be forced to say it's the first time in my life that the East is better than the West.
Yo, what's slack? I'm looking at the list right now. Indiana is going to be much better this year. They're back.
Indiana's going to be much better. I don't know about
Ooh.
I don't know about jumping from 19 wins to 50, but I
But
mean, crazier
nah.
things have happened. And
Rick
you got your big fella
Carlisle.
now with Zubats. Halliburton
Yeah.
comes back. Jarris Walker's going to have a bigger role this season. Well, you would
Yeah.
think. I don't know about him and Siakam together.
Yeah, who knows? But The only teams that are really bad in the East, or we know are going to be bad, and you think Milwaukee might be a 36-win team. Brooklyn's going to be really bad. Chicago, they're going to be more competitive, but they're not going to win enough games. And I like look at what's Washington? What's Washington down there? You know what I mean? Like, what is Washington?
Yeah.
So it's not the East is going to be a little bit tougher than we think.
Yo, you know what? Scratch that. I think by
Charlotte,
Christmas I might be. Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. By Christmas I might be ready to say the East is better than the West. I'm gonna be ready
yeah.
to say it now. Yo, like
Look, let me
outside of
go to the West.
OKC and San Antonio,
Yes, which clear best.
who is
Two
giving me
teams.
a headache? I'm not worried about Denver anymore. I'm not worried about the Snow Lakers. I'm not worried about Houston. Minnesota, I'm intrigued by right now. I gotta be honest with you. Intrigued. Not impressed, but intrigued.
I'm intrigued by Portland.
Phoenix is still got a little ways to go. Just a little ways. I don't see Portland as some threat. The Clippers are rebuilding. Golden State's cooked. Damn sure ain't worried about the Pelicans.
I like
Dallas,
Dallas.
let's see if Kyrie is healthy. And I might like them.
I might like them.
That might be a good little three-way rivalry with them, OKC and San Antonio.
Oh, and Utah?
Nah, not as a contender.
Oh, but they're going to be a play-in team, I think.
Let's touch on that. Yeah, if it ain't a play-in team this year, fines need to come down in Utah. I ain't trying to hear it, bro. And being in the play-in is generous. If they ain't in the play-in this year, I really want to say top 8 seeds. But if they ain't in the play-in this year, fines and punishments need to be rained down upon Salt Lake City because it's out the window now, bro. Tanking's done. Can't do it anymore.
Yeah. No.
This roster's too good. Way too good.
They should replace the Clippers in there because the Clippers won't. They'll be viving for a top pick next season.
They should replace the Warriors, bro.
Oh yeah, the Warriors.
The Warriors crept in at 37 wins because everyone was tanking.
Good point.
Yeah, you know what? I'll say it. The East is better than the West. For the first time in my life, the East is better than the West.
I actually say, and I really don't like Adam Silver for this, but I can say it's balanced because I think there's two in both conferences. It's 2 legit championship teams, and there's a lot of like the Lakers, Denver, Houston. I would bunch them up with.
But here's my thing, Sean. Cleveland. Those teams in the West that you're going to put up there, they're on the way down. Those teams on the East are on the way up. So even if there is a tiebreaker, I'm giving it to the East. Like, I still think Detroit is on its way up. I don't think this is the final iteration of the Pistons.
Okay.
Atlanta, we can both agree, is on its way up.
Yep.
Toronto is on its way up. Orlando, way up. Washington, on its way up. Hold on. The team we haven't talked about on the podcast. The Chicago Bulls are on the way up.
Yeah. I think there's more worse teams. If you look at it right now, I think the teams in the East, only teams I could really definitely say might be bad, the Nets and the Bucks. I'm gonna put the Bulls in that category, even though they're on the way up, but they're not gonna be a play-in team, I don't think, this year. But I can say those 3 teams. But in the West, Sacramento's gonna be bad, Memphis is gonna be bad, the Pelicans are gonna be bad, even though I think they're gonna be improved. The Warriors, you don't know. The Clippers are going to be bad. The Clippers are going to be competitive. And like you said, Utah better not be in this conversation. So it's about, I right now would say the East is better by a little bit because I
don't know who's going to be awful in the East besides Brooklyn and Milwaukee. Those are the only teams that are going to be awful. Everyone else is going to be fighting for the playoffs. When you look at the West, it's more than 2. The Kings are going to be awful. Memphis is going to be awful. Pelicans are going to be awful. The Warriors won't be good. That's 4.
That's 4 right now. Yeah, what am I gonna tell you? I can't.
I mean, how much is Steph Porzingis and Yaxel going to get you? Steph's. Oh man, I hate to say it. I hate to say it. Oh man, because I'm a cry when about to retire. But that Stam is good. She can't stay healthy anymore.
Yeah, and no, what's
I mean, Ryan
crazy,
want to have Porzingis to be healthy. It's crazy.
and it might be the intended consequences of the draft because now you don't really see as many teams purposely tanking. Like even Sacramento, no, that team's tanking, but like everybody's not really purposely tanking because you don't want to be one of the bottom 3 teams. Because a team like Golden State 5 years ago, 10 years ago would have been like, yo, we're past our prime. While Steph is still an all NBA player, we would move Steph and start recouping some assets. They're gonna die on the hill of this team. It makes no sense to me because I'm like,
Their rebuild's going to be long and painful.
it's gonna be painful, especially in this era. Recruit right now while Steph is still an all NBA player and still a top 5 attraction in the league. Like it doesn't make sense. Bringing those guys back, running it back. You would need.
Because when he's on the floor, he's still, like you said, top 5 player in the league.
Yes, top 5 player.
It's just he can't stay on the floor anymore.
Yeah, so yeah, and just by default, one last thing because we're talking about this conferences. Good conversation. Denver, what have you done this offseason? Yo, Jokic, we talked about this. Jokic didn't sign that player extension. I'm gonna keep signing it. Yo, I ain't going back.
Jokic is going to be a Laker. Jokic is going to be a Laker.
Yeah, I ain't going back to that organization. What have you done? The Cronkies.
Walker Kessler and Austin Reeves will be Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, they gotta do something. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. The league is gonna be interesting. And one thing I would say, I like Portland a little bit. I just don't like the owner because all the BS he's doing.
Oh, Lord.
I like the mix they got going on. They're very talented. They can go 10, 11 deep on that team. They're gonna have to move some guys eventually, but right now they could go 10, 11 deep.
All right. Well, I think that's all we got for this pod.
Yeah, man. It was a great pod. We needed that merge there because it was a lot of that was one like one timeline was cutting my hair. I'm like, LeBron to Philly. Give him credit. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah. Well, when we come back, it'll be schedule prediction time for the NFL, and we'll start talking college because I think the next time we go on, not next time after that, I probably will have my preseason top 25 filled out, and we all know the country loves to get on us for our polls, so I'm ready to. Yeah, 2 weeks until everyone's in my replies and my quote tweets calling me out again. Nah, boy.
Facts.
And I'll be honest with you, it did not work out for a lot of fan bases who did that last year. So beware. Ask Tennessee fans. Ask Tennessee fans how that played out for them last year. That's all I'm saying.
Disappointment.
So yeah, we out of here.
We out.